In 1910,
Hello, welcome in everyone. I only think 2 people are here at the moment as far as I'm aware, but welcome in Brox, congrats on getting first. Welcome in Jorah, congrats on getting second. So Brox mentioned to me in the chat earlier that Brox is glad to see me streaming again. Just so everyone knows, sometimes I get really busy with work. And the past month has been one of those super busy seasons. And so I just wanted to say that that's what caused me to not stream for the past month, essentially, is that it was super busy. I needed the time on Saturday and Sunday mornings when I would normally be streaming to work on things for work. So that's what happened. Yeah, but let's see what else is here. Jorah is audio only. That's for the moment, for the time being. Appreciate that. I might not be as talkative as I usually am, but I hope stream isn't as scuffed as it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So the reason yesterday was so scuffed is because the thing that happened yesterday is apparently there was a VTube Studio update while I was gone, and so a lot of the things that I have, like Stream Deck and Mix It Up and the Twitch integrated throwing system, they all have to like connect to what's it called? They have to connect to VTube Studio. Like, I need to use the VTube Studio integration with all of those things. And so since VTube Studio had an update, I had to reintegrate everything to VTube Studio. So, yeah. And I didn't expect that to happen. But everything should be reintegrated now. I think everything works. Let me test the throwing. See? Yeah, it works. Throwing works. I could use light magic by pressing the light magic button on my stream deck. I can blush. Like if someone were to come in here and call me a cutie, I could blush. Not that anyone would. I mean, people would. I know they would. Like Luca will come in here and be like, whatever Luca says always. Whatever Luca says always.
That's a patented Sir Alex fact.
What the heck? Anyway, enjoy your lurk, Brox. I need some people to talk to, though. How am I supposed to have a just chatting stream when Jorah's audio only and Brox is lurking? That's okay, that's okay. It's my fault for being gone for so long. Because when I'm gone for so long, usually the first couple streams back are low population. Like I don't get very many viewers and chatters the first couple streams back, like the first month back. But yeah, I mean I can still talk about stuff. I need ideas because I don't want my community to be the evil snowball army anymore. That's something I should fix. I've talked about fixing it for a while, but I haven't actually done it, and it's something I should do. Because if someone follows, they get a notification like, thanks for joining the evil snowball army, but I was just like, well, okay. Maybe I could just say thanks for following, I don't know. Maybe my community doesn't even exist. Right? You know, or why does my community need a catchy name? Why does my community need a catchy name? If it even does exist. I know some streamers have stuff like that. Oh, this music. This music is so, you know. Do 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 do. Anyway. I have been thinking perhaps in the future I might start writing stories for lore for my character. I've also thought about things like, you know, getting emotes, although they wouldn't be for Twitch, they'd be for Discord. I've also thought about a new model, because the current model I have is not. It's not a me model. It's just a pre-made, actually. Spoilers. That Luca thought would be great for me. And I think it works well. I honestly do. It's just that maybe I should have my own model. Hello, Aceloth. Let me give you a shout out. And hopefully we get to see an Ace. No, you know what? I'm gonna not do clips anymore. We're just gonna do this type of shout out. And it's not gonna show clips, is it? Okay. I need to, so the thing that I haven't. What was that noise? Anyway, the things that I haven't fixed are clips yet because I don't know how to fix them. So I think Ghost of Wizpig. That's right, Ghost of Wizpig. That was the noise. But what the heck? Are you hearing that noise? Are you hearing that noise? You're not. Anyway, what is it? Is it in the dire docs thing? Only people who have dealt with the Ghost of Whisper can hear it. It's kind of like Try in what's it called? In Echoes of Wisdom, right? It's kind of like Try in Echoes of Wisdom, how only people who've been in a rift can see Try. Only people who have dealt with the Ghost of Wizpig can hear the Ghost of Wizpig. Oh, how I love the Ghost of Wizpig. Anyway, yes, most of the scuff from yesterday. Oh, how are you doing, Aceloth, by the way, and welcome in. But most of the stuff that I was dealing with yesterday was caused by an update in VTube Studio. So I've already mentioned this, but a lot of the stuff I was dealing with yesterday was caused by an update in VTube Studio. Oh, why did it get so loud? There we go. But so I had to reintegrate everything with VTube Studio, and that's fixed the errors with Stream Deck not working properly. That's fixed the errors with Mix It Up not working properly, because I think you can pat. Can you pat me? Is that what it does? Is it pat? No, it's head pat. See, you can head pat me again, and you can throw stuff at me again. That all works. Well, so no, but no. I'm not talking about the Twitch API. That's a different thing, which I'll get to in a second. Now it seems quiet. Let me turn the music back up a little. Oh. This song is just not at a good level. But there was an update on VTube Studio. But I've reintegrated VTube Studio with everything else, so everything should work now. But there was an update to Twitch's API as well, and that has broken all the clips managers that I've used. And so I think it just might be worth not even having clips of people, as sad as that is, because I love seeing people's clips. Like, some people have great clips. Like I love seeing Jorah's clips. I mean, we could watch a Jorah clip right now. Let's watch a Jorah clip. Let's watch a Jorah clip.
We have to be extremely careful.
We cannot, under any circumstances, mess this up. But watch what happens when it's with me. Watch what happens when it's with me. See, look, it's because I'm age restricted, it just won't play my clips for this clip manager. I'm sure it does, Sloth. Let's check it out. After it disappears, because I have to wait for the current thing to disappear to shout out someone else. Alright, there we go. So I'm sure it does work.
How do you say fart in Portuguese? Oh, we have a variety of words for it. But Ito, it's good to see you. Let me stretch real quick. Como você fala peido em português? Peido. Pum.
Probably.
Peido ou pum. So it would be peido.
Yes, browser source.
Peido is usually more gross and tend to be stinky. Pum is usually a word that like you teach children early on. Both of the words are acceptable. I'm gonna clip this so I can remember. Oh, no!
Well, it's not necessarily mature clips per se, but clips from streamers who have age restrictions. Yeah, I don't want to deal with it. But like, so another person I know who comes in here sometimes with age restrictions is the following person. See, we'll see that it doesn't work, right? So again, that's sad because he has great clips too. Great clips, as in the clips are fantastic, not that he owns a haircutting salon. Sorry, my bad humor is taking off again.
That's a patented Sir Alex fact.
Anyway, I did something weird with my thing again, my Stream Deck. So I need to fix that Stream Deck thing, but why don't I try doing it now? No, never mind. I'm not going to try doing it now. It's just something I have to keep in mind that I accidentally put my model on every single page in the exact same location on my Stream Deck yesterday when I was trying to figure it out. So, yeah. Anyway, that's some of what's been happening in life, is that while I was gone, there were 2 updates to 2 things that broke a lot of stuff. And one of the updates wasn't that big of a deal because I could fix it in like 10 minutes, but the other one is a bigger deal, the Twitch API stuff. So, yeah. I might just stop doing clips, though. It might just be too much of a hassle to fix everything. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, how are you doing, A-Sloth, with life and... Are you fully moved into your place now? Also, are there any, Not yet, okay. Not yet. Are there any tags you think I should add to my streams? Because I have English, LGBTQIA+, gay, and no minors. You're such a big procrastinator, but it's livable. Dad jokes. Okay. Hello, Mari. Let me give you a shout out. There we go. Yeah, and this clip manager doesn't show clips anymore. This other one that I have. So whatever. But that's the Twitch API update for you, right? Dad jokes. Let's see if I can add dad jokes. Ask me anything. Do you think that works for me? Do you think that works for me? I mean, I guess I am pretty open to people's questions. There's certain things that I don't answer, though. Ask me almost anything. Okay. There we go. I think that's fair. I think you can ask me almost anything, and I'm good with that. But how are you doing, Mari? Okay. Ask me anything, not I answer everything. That's fair, but I feel like for an ask me anything, there's this sort of expectation that people will answer, right? That's the impression I get. But I mean, I guess that's not entirely true, because if someone asked, if someone asked, like, what's your social security number, you wouldn't answer that, even though they asked it. like what you said, address or personal stuff, yeah. But is there anything else? Well, I will answer. Fine. Should I... I don't know if there's a tag like this, but is Dom Top Vibes a tag? I'm sorry, that's a moment I will never get over. That's a moment I will never get over for this stream. I'm not gonna add that. I'm also not gonna add Twunk. As much as Ryza would want me to add Twunk. But, like, there was that one time that one person came into my stream and was just like, you give off Dom Top vibes. I'm a 20-year-old sub-bottom, by the way. I was just like, what the heck? Male V... Oh, I'm not adding VTuber stuff. Because I don't consider myself to be a VTuber, no matter... I mean, I know technically I am, but I don't consider myself to be a VTuber, and I don't consider myself to be a streamer. So... yeah. I know that's kind of weird. But it's the way that it is. I guess the real quest is what you want to achieve with the tags. I don't know. Real question, sorry. I should have figured that out. But, Dad jokes, ask me almost anything. Okay, sure. First time playthrough. Well... So maybe I should get rid of these tags? Hello, James. Let me give you a shout out. I'm doing well. How are you? How are you doing, James? Things have changed since I've been gone the past month, and now Twitch or clip managers are not working as well. So unfortunately, I don't get to enjoy other people's streams for 10 to 60 seconds during my own streams. Oh, a little big yawn. Anyway, it's up to you. The current tags do make it clear the vibes for those who do find you too. I see. Yeah, yours is out too. Shota Lover. I'm not gonna put Shota Lover. I'm not putting that, sorry. I'm also not putting... Yeah, I'm not... Quick, manually go to their channel and pick a random clip. But how do I show that? How do I show that? I don't know how to show it on my stream, James. I keep hearing the ghost of Wizpig. I keep hearing the ghost of Wizpig. And I'm concerned. Window capture. I guess you could do it window capture. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Oh well. Death to all of them. Or death to the era of clips. Oh well, it is what it is. Times change. That's the only constant in life, right? Change. Change is the only constant. Change is the only thing that doesn't change, is the existence of it. And the funny thing about that is that long, long into the future, when the universe dies, the fact that everything changes is going to change itself. Wow, that's an interesting sort of thought to ponder, right? The fact that when the universe dies and everything goes to nothing, there will be no more change. So change is the only constant will then be wrong. Unless there's that theory that the universe has like this big expansion and then it sort of like collapses back in on itself and then bangs again. Oh, I didn't mean to say that sexually, by the way. It just explodes again. So who knows? Maybe change is constant is a truth. Maybe it's the only truth. Although maybe it's not a truth. There's so little we know. It's Ilya's theme. The worst character in the Twilight Princess. Sorry. I know I have some hot takes about Twilight Princess, like the fact that it's not the best Zelda game. In fact, I think it's one of the worst modern Zelda games. But anyway, just don't... I know that bothers a lot of people because for a lot of people, Twilight Princess is their favorite. And they love this idea of this bland, boring character, Ilya, being like Link's romantic interest or whatever. Fine. Fine. You can enjoy that. If you like it, that's great. I'm happy for you. But I don't. I don't think it's a good game, and I think it's written poorly. And I think one of the only well-written characters in the entire game is Midna, which fair. They needed her to be written well. Otherwise, the game would be absolute garbage. I mean, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's just not a Zelda. Well, it is a Zelda game. Like, no, it is a Zelda game. It's just not the best Zelda game. There we go. There we go. Hot takes. My hot takes are done. I'm done with the hot takes. You can attack me all you want. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. But honestly, I think Ilya is one of the worst written characters. I said my hot takes were done, and then I kept saying it. This is why people have publicists, right? So that they, like, celebrities have publicists so that they don't post their own stuff on Twitter. The publicist posts for them on Twitter so that they don't go into like a hot take scramble like this and annoy everyone, right? Hot take scramble. I've been having some tea. Anyway, I've been yapping for 30 minutes, so I think maybe it's about time we get into Ace Attorney. Because I think that would be good to do. For Ace Attorney, I do like to give people time to get here, and so I think what I had noticed I'd been doing is that on Saturday when I played Zelda, I would have this long just chatting segment where I talked about my week and all the stuff that happened in my week. And then on Sunday, I wouldn't have anything to talk about because I talked about it all on Saturday. But Saturday is not the day that I want to spend so much time waiting for people to be able to show up. That's Sunday. Sunday is more important for me to stall and delay because it's a story game. So, yeah, I think that's my sort of thing, is that on Saturday I won't talk too much about what happened during my week, but on Sundays I will. Although, even though I've been gone for like a month, I don't really have much to talk about. Because it was pretty much just the grind, right? You know, just living the grind. I guess I did have a trip. I did have a work trip, but I could talk about that next week. Whatever. It's fine. I had a yummy breakfast. No. I think it's time to get into the game, but we could talk. Save your topics to yap out for next week. Is that okay, Sloth? But we'll get into the game now. Let's warp over to the game. That's okay if you don't remember, it's fine. Alright, let me change the music. I know that was a very abrupt change in music. Alright, fine. What was your topic? What was your topic, Aceloth? That's true, I don't talk much during this game because I'm voice acting very heavily. I did do my vocal warm-up this morning. I forgot to do it yesterday, but today it's more important anyway because of the voice acting. Especially Manfred von Karma. Oh my gosh. Good mornings, days, nights to people when there is no other topic. Oh boy. I do that a lot, but let me put that in my Yano's notes folder. Aww. Sorry, I was looking at something else I had put in my Yano's notes folder. Anyway, let's continue. I do have it, yes. I do have, well, it's... Don't worry about it. Let's start this again. Day 2 investigation. So Edgeworth was not found not guilty. Edgeworth is still on trial. What do you mean, huh? There's nothing sussy in there. There's nothing sussy in there. It's just I took a screenshot of something recently and it was cute. And I remembered it when I put something else in there. Anyway, December 26th. What do you mean, ha? You said ha very loudly as if there was something sussy in there. December 26th. Detention Center, Visitors Room. Maya! Hey, Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. I was not guilty. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Woo. Oh, and he wanted me to get the bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? I don't know, Phoenix, I don't know. Any luck with Mia? We could really use her boobs right about now. None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. It must be nice, Nick. You can just show that to anyone and say, I'm a lawyer. But spirit mediums, well... I don't know. With your clothes, I bet at least some people would recognize you. But these are medium in training clothes. I wonder if I'll ever be a proper medium. You will. December 26th, Wright and Company Law Offices. Sure is quiet here with nobody around. Right. I have to get Maya out of that detention cell soon. Alright, let's move. Should I visit Gourd Lake? Gourd Lake? December 26th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today? December 26th, Gourd Lake, Public Beach. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with that lovely Kiance. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today, yes, what about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe? Any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? Sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. What a great flashback, Phoenix. What a great flashback. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it, Detective? You can tell me. Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. Oh, right, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now, you can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk with you about Maya Fey. Huh? She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff, I'll be honest with you, pal, I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. He was just like, ugh, that sexy phoenix. But I think it was more about Maya. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm gonna head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. All right, pal. Well, don't forget to pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. December 26th, boat rental shop. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. December 26th, Police Department. Criminal Affairs. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene again today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. Not following protocol? I bet he wouldn't help them build the case against Edgeworth. I should probably go to the detention center. December 26th, detention center, visitors room. Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. What do you think we should do next? We're kind of lacking in the clues department. We could go to the park and look for Gordy. I was kidding, Nick. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good as... Oh, sorry. Whoa. That's Phoenix. Still, if there are any clues out there, the park's as good as a bet as any. What do you say? Shall we head down there? Sure. Have you noticed anything lately? You know, I did notice one thing while I was here in detention. It's really pretty comfortable here. It's warm and they keep it very clean. I meant, have you noticed anything about the case, Maya? Well, not much more than that, no. She's probably still upset about Mia. I should leave her alone. Alright, time to go to Gourd Lake. December 26th, Gourd Lake Park entrance. There aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. Y'all really did it today. This is the voice I was most concerned about doing well on. Remembering today. What did we do now? No, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing at any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kinda convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. I love how when you're playing this game, you'll be like, are you really gonna witness a murder again? Spoiler, she returns in a later game. Right! You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rock it to stardom. All right, Lotta, you go, girl. I wish I could be an investigative photographer, too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. Oh, what information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey. I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these Southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, most Southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Oh god, I love Lotta Hart. What an absolutely incredible statement. Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not? What do we do, Nick? We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. Whoa, 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 Gordy? But Gordy doesn't, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right, see y'all later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. And how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? What the heck is that? The guy did it for you. I don't know what that's a reference to. I forget it. I forget what that's a reference to. That is a big Steel Samurai inflatable right there. You're the guy. December 26th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. 55 burgers, 55 fries. I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I need to rewatch I Think You Should Leave season 3. I need to watch it. But what's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya. Larry. What the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like it, put this here. It'd be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's real impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. I need to examine it. Doesn't that Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. It's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me, Nick. Huh? Really? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really? True connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. The Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Just imagine Edgeworth showing up being like, right, how dare you not notice that this is a cheap imitation? Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgy? Well, we made it through the first day in court all right. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though. Huh. Hey Larry, did you know that Mr. Edgeworth's... hey Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that big thing? Nick, you can't just ask people why they have a big thing. Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. No, no, Larry, no. No, Larry, no. It's a big hit with the kids, no. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Huh? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's the little unit by my hot dog stand. I'm sorry, I'm dying. Okay. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. What's this machine? That's a compressor. I use it to fill up that balloon there with air. Huh, neat. I just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. I can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea. What have I done? Oh. All right, what else should I add? Those flags look sadly out of place here. Flapping listlessly back and forth in the cold wind under a cold sky. Phoenix is on his poetry thing again. I don't know, I think it gives the place a kind of festival atmosphere. It reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. Huh? The War of the what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh. I guess we were the only ones. I ask again, what the heck is it? Hey Nick, benches. Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? I think not. It's too cold to sit and eat hot dogs out here. Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way. I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd from when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Is there anything to present? That's the guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think someone's probably saw something else that they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth is out. Sorry, Nick. I don't know much about that. I'm a mere seller of hot dogs. Alright, time to move, I guess. December 26th, boat rental shop. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good? Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Let's examine, though. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because of the murder. There are some boats floating at the dock. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took away the actual boat that was used that night. Indeed, there's space for one more boat at the dock. Alright. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods. Hey, y'all! Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy? No, nothing. Well, keep moving. It's cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, 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 no, you don't. No sneezing. Watch you! I told y'all no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. A little softer than a bang? Why? Why? Why, Lotta? Why'd you do that? It trigger on one of the Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you gonna do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. Huh? So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Right. What are you going to do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being okay, we saw this. Okay, I guess it just doesn't do anything. December 26th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. Okay. December 26th, Police Department. Criminal Affairs. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. I'm so bad at laughs. How is the investigation proceeding? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. And the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Eek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at ya. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Missile, here boy. Arf. I love Missile. Missile's so good. Who's a good boy, Missile? Here he is. Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. A cute dog. A cute dog. Why are you saying that in your inner monologue, Nick? And this will help us... how? Okay, I get it. Woof. Next secret weapon number 2. A fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay. It's an incredible part of this game, I agree. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either, for the totally opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. Alright, chat. Alright, everyone who's here. Which one first? Missile, the fishing pole, or the metal detector? Which one? Missile. Alright, we'll borrow Missile. Can we borrow Missile? At least he'll keep me company. Metal detector will be second. Should think, pal. Be good to him. Arf. He's so cute. Oh boy. K9 unit Missile borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. I like how it says very cute with shiny eyes. Aw, what a cutie. Alright, back to Gourd Lake.
Hi,
Back.
doggy.
Hi, doggy. That's right. Hey, Nick. Missile's been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy. Grrr. What's wrong, Missile? Eek! Missile! Whoa, stop that thing, cannibal! It's eating my samurai dogs! My samurai dogs! Wow, he ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. Ah, it's gonna have to this time. Is that all Missile's good for? I forget. Hey Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? Keep that mud away from me. What am I gonna tell the big boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand is for a front for mafia money laundering scheme. Maya, I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Oh, right. My poor dogs. Hi, Enjoy. How are you doing? Good, glad to hear it. Just playing the game. All right. Let's go back to Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, sure, pal. But I have to take back the last one I lent you. Department policy. Well, take your pick. Which will it be? Metal detector. Can we borrow that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure what we're gonna find with this. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Metal detector borrowed from Detective Gumshoe. Makes a noise when metallic objects are near. A useful detection device. No. Ah! Nick! It's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Nick! Look! Huh? An air tank? Huh. The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags? Oh, I forgot to do inner monologue for that. Oh well, whatever. Well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it. It's heavy. Air tank of dubious value retrieved. Air tank, an empty air tank. The valve is open, and a banner of flags is wrapped around it. All right, Larry. What, an air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Say, is this air tank yours? Well, why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Well, like elementary schools. And used car dealerships. Well, look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy steel samurai. No. Now why would you go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit the nail on the head. Phoenix is currently breaking some psyche locks without realizing it. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always used was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And, it didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. Do you think you could be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine. Whatever, it's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then... blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank of the steel samurai you were trying to fill flew up away? What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kyotzi gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out over there. It took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy. I hate to burst your bubble. Actually, I love it. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some brew? Classic capture card freeze. Let's fix that up there. Y'all got some proof that Gordy don't exist. Proof that Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer with his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, an absolute moron, one of the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life, who happens to be a friend of mine, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently, it made a loud bang when it flew. Bang? The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. It's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. So tell us this information you have. A promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path there. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Wait. So you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all, just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo shows an empty lake, taken automatically at 12:24 at 11:50 p.m. Second lake photo added to the court record. Bye now. Y'all take care. Yeah, it's almost Christmas, but it wasn't. It wasn't Christmas, but it was almost. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. Larry, the stupidest person I've ever met in my entire life. What an idiot. Legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar... The legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Oh, these localizers. Wow, what a fucking idiot in front of me right now. Oh, goodness sakes. December 26th, boat rental shop. Hey, Nick! This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. December 26th, caretaker's shack. Meg, that you? Eek! Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg. Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Ah? Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on that perch. Keith. Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Ah? Yep. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Wow, he has a television in here too. Look, a little safe. It's locked. This fishing pole looks expensive. It's a kotatsu. It's the traditional American kotatsu. Look, Nick. He has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? Ah, you're a party pooper, Nick. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. Wow, there's lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? Drive by Xion, woo! Hello, Xion, how's it going? Do 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 do. Are you live, Xion? Monster Hunt. Are you on a monster hunt? No live, I see. But how are you doing, Xion? Not right now. Oh, are you going live later today? Or tomorrow your time, maybe? I don't know. I don't know when your time changes. It ignored me. What? You forgot Meg? You call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello. Ah! See? Neat, so the parrot's name is Polly. Parrot added to the court record. Parrot, the erstwhile companion of the boat shop caretaker. Answers to the name Polly. What's erstwhile? What does that mean? Formerly.
Erstwhile. Erstwhile.
Okay. Just wanted to check. The formerly companion of the boat shop caretaker. Huh. Too bad all she can say is hello. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? A pasta shop? So maybe it's related to first? Okay, that makes sense. Yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you to the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You do, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course, everyone knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep up this all-in-the-family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the palace of the pasta, the wet noodle. No, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Ugh, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, what? All right, 1228. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Squawk. Cute. Maya's found a new friend. Polly, what's your name? Polly. Ah. That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We are here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. All right, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. I can't make that promise. Is that any way to treat her, old man? Bah! You want my help, you've come to the wrong man. Uh-oh, now he's grumpy. Not to mention he still thinks we're his kids. Maybe we should just lie and say we'll run his noodle shop. Okay, we promise. Promise me you'll never do another rule. That's right. That's right. Ugh. Now, Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? Phoenix? Don't say that. I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait. Wait, didn't I just say, you too, Meg? Yes? You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know? Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello. Ah! Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith. Yes? It's okay, you can call me Dad. Dad, you know something about this? Yeah, the other night, out on the lake. Yes, yes? I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside, probably night, It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one, bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, What did he say? I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, I promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, that kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow, I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6? Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6? What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister, I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? And who is that old man?
Who is that masked man?
I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Well, I think I know who to talk to. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Now, I would talk to Marvin Grossberg. But I guess Gumshoe's a good choice too, but... Whoops, wrong place. December 26th, Police Department. Criminal Affairs. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Give me 1 second. Ugh. I'm back, baby. Yeah, I had to take care of a thing or two. I turned off the heat in my apartment. It's warmed enough now. Yeah, it's much warmer now. Okay. Let's talk to him. You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a... Oh, sorry. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. Haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hut yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. It does. It sounds very suspicious that they have a witness that no one would know the identity of. Feels like that wouldn't be allowed.
How suspicious.
Exactly. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about that DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with our current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. What's that, a parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. What? Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Huh? I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. This is an expansive game. This case has an expansive map. December 26th, Police Department, records room. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Well, let's look at everything. Looks like there are files inside that glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. Nick, it's locked. They must keep the important case files in there. This cabinet is where they keep evidence for current cases. Some of the things are obviously murder weapons, others are... who knows what. Most of it just looks like random junk. Nick, what do you think this clothespin is for? Don't touch that, that's evidence. There are shelves stuffed with case files in the back of the room, too. Forgotten cases, rotting away for eternity. Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. Here are files of collected case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports? Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's cases report is in here too, quietly gathering dust. How tragic. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. Welcome back, Sloth. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. Good job finishing your chores. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed, and all the lights went out. Sorry, I had to add an Edgeworth shaking sound. Let me check this. That looks like a good lunch, yeah, and I see myself. Yeah, I see myself. I see my model in your picture. Sandwich and salad with homemade lemon soda. That sounds good. That sounds good. Yes, it is you. XD. Yes! Anyway, let's continue. Oh, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours! That would be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot, in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have any data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim, here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court, and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. A murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond? The victim in our case? Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much, we'll never get it out. Yeah, you're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file added to the court record. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. Let's look at the DL6 case. Oh. Elevator. Location. Oh yeah. 1228 2001 Elevator District Courthouse. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found on the scene. Gregory Edgeworth, age 35. Defense attorney. Trapped in the elevator returning from the lost trial with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. One bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Suspect data, Yanni Yogi, age 37. Court bailiff, trapped in elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Alright. Photo. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. That was a long investigation. That was a long investigation. But let's continue. Let's do the trial like we always do. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Why am I doing a Phoenix voice for the narration? Phoenix doesn't narrate. What am I talking about?
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here anyway?
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand.
Is that mysterious boat shop owner?
Witness, state your profession.
I am the proprietor of a restaurant at the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yup, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
You're just a guy with a scary voice. Yeah, right.
Witness will state his name.
I'm not really sure,
What do you mean?
My, memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. You can't recall, you say?
No, I can't do my judge voice. What's my judge voice again?
You can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness.
Witness testimony, the night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Ah!
I'm sorry. That was just so sudden.
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
Oh, goodness. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, Just after midnight, you say? Just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did.
You see, continue.
I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Just kidding.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
Then I heard a bang, And where did that bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
I
Good. Continue.
When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there, But you couldn't see them clearly. At the time, that is. At the time. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too.
Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into his cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Goddess of time, please hear our plea. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! I don't know who said that. Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry? Larry? Larry! What are you doing here?
Hell. Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Hi, Rosie. How are you doing? But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry.
The most stupid, horrible, idiotic person I've ever met. He could make things even worse. He's literally the devil. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. But like, this case has Phoenix treating Larry like he's the worst person in the world. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Woo. That was too close. Woo! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth? There's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Oh my goodness, my Phoenix voice is like a Fox McCloud voice. What the heck? Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking.
I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Let's hide in the closet and make out. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. Von Karma? Perfect trial? What? And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, Wright. That's right, Nick. Everyone knows that Larry is the stupidest person in the history of the universe. Of course he can't testify properly. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes, 15. Everything's on Larry now. Poor Larry. Remember when he was just like a normal guy who was kind of stupid in the first trial, but in this trial it's just like, he's the stupidest person in the world and everything he does is wrong. He always causes things to go horribly wrong every time. It's just like, okay. December 27th, 10:35 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Witness.
When something's wrong, it's usually the butts. When something's wrong, it's usually the butts.
Witness. Please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up like you always do. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
The night of the murder. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard this single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I agree, Judge. That was unusually vague, even for this court. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Yeah, I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? That night, I was out in the boat on a lake.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to even begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
I was looking for something and I found it.
Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock.
Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
Well, they use cell phones, but whatever. Some people have watches, that's true. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Whoops.
Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order, order! Well, Mr. Butts.
Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat on there or not.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's the most important part of this case, Larry. You idiot.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Single gunshot, huh? Fired 3 times. Yeah, 2 gunshots. Okay, okay. There we go.
Wait a sec, Larry.
Well, what?
You only heard one bang? You sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Huh?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Eh?
Not sure. How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Order, order! And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. And that's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. God, I love this cross-examination. Anyway.
We're listening to your radio at a high volume.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Cross-examination. What Larry heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. Why are you alone, you pitiful man? So, you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I was listening to it real booming loud, like... Real booming loud? Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. You're an idiot. No, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Comma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask, hmm?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Carmo's right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. Just wait a just wait a second, Phoenix. just you wait, Phoenix. You're gonna have a more ludicrous testimony later in this trial. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. This is the stupidest witness I've ever cross-examined. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Just after midnight. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Apologies, my voice cracked on that line. I need to do that line over again. Because this is like the critical line. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve!
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious.
Well, what?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Whoops. This one. No. Second lake photo, yeah. This one. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Ms. Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Oh,
Correct! There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. This is a fact. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot?
Let me look at my evidence for a second. Oh. The gun was shot 3 times. I think so.
Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Whoops. Yeah. Oh, that was a... This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who had testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was that last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order, order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what happened on the lake that night. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Uh-oh. I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah!
They do really like repeating what was just said.
What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in that case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict and he'll die. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe?
Yeah, he'll never survive.
Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose.
Yeah, he can't marry Edgeworth if he's in jail. That's true.
You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miss Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Fawn Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15.
But Larry heard that gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot at the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are.
I mean, this is the only possibility that makes sense.
Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah, again you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Well, where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake to just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well then, where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder really took place. My guess is right here.
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim, without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out.
Here we go again. Let's repeat everything.
That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Knew this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Lotta Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, Please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well? Why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. Hi, Canary! It's good to see you. Give you a shout out. And I hope you have a good day at work. Everyone check out Canary if you haven't seen Canary. Alright. Yay! Alright, continuing. Letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you may remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Kammer, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker?
Who is that boatman?
I think his identity has become very important this trial. I want him and I want...
Oh, you want him? Oh my goodness.
And I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Huh? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. Yeah, we were so patient. Hello, Gemstar. Let me also give you a shout out. How's it going, Gem? The clip managers are not working for me, so whatever. No clips today, I guess. Hello, good morning. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Good, just eating breakfast for lunch. Well, what are you having, Jen? What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but... I'm in love with you, Phoenix. I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? Hearty Sunday meal, eggs, pancakes, and toast. Oh, that sounds good, it does. It's a nightmare I've had. I confess my love for you and you reject me. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. Save your progress, yes. Well, we did it. We did it. We made it to... We made it. Okay. Next stream. Next stream we'll continue the investigation and trial. I don't know actually if I don't know if we can do both the investigation and the trial in just one stream. No, I'll have plenty of time. I'll have plenty of time next Sunday. That's fine. We'll do it. We'll finish. We're finishing the game next week. Tonight, next week. The tonight of next week. That's when we'll finish the game. So, yes. Big stream. It's a pretty big stream. So let's warp back to the lab now. And let's turn on some music here. There we go. Back in the lab. Oh, I didn't put out my book. The book was so good for this. What? Anyway, how's everyone doing? If you want, we can chat for a couple more minutes. I guess, what was it? A Sloth had a topic. Is A Sloth still here? Hey, A Sloth! Are you still here? You're okay, okay, good. How's Chi-Chi doing? Hey Bugs! How's Chi-Chi doing, Jorah? You became friends by exchanging friend codes. So the real question is, how am I doing? I'm doing fine. You know, it's been an extremely busy month. But I will say that I am gonna have a couple more very busy days. Like Monday and Tuesday are gonna be extremely busy again. But then, starting Wednesday, it's gonna be very unbusy, relatively speaking, for like a month. So yeah. Like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this past couple days has been pretty mild, but it's gonna be busy again tomorrow and Tuesday. But Wednesday, starting Wednesday afternoon, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Chi-Chi is doing good. You've spent time with her yesterday, so she was and is very happy. Well, that's good. Chi-Chi deserves a lot. Actually, let me jump to the modern time in this song. Chi-Chi deserves to be happy after all she's gone through. That's awesome. Time to wind down a bit on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. What is it? Sorry, I was listening to the music. But hey, Sloth, are you still here? Or are you active, I guess is the question. Do you want to talk about what you would... Do you want to talk about the topic you would wanted to talk about earlier? Because we could talk about that for a few minutes. And then just end after that. Maybe I should go back to just chatting. Yeah.
I forgot to change the category. Ah! I forgot to change the category. I'm so bad at changing categories. I guess this stream has had some Phoenix Wright marking on it, though. Oh, like Von Karma's rar, right? Oh man, that was funny. You're sweeping your room while watching. So what you were talking about earlier, Sloth, was the topic of good mornings, days, nights to people when there is no other topic. Okay. So you don't like that? Is that what you're saying? You don't like when people wish you a good morning and have nothing else to say? So I do that to a lot of people, though. I say good morning to a lot of people without really having anything else to talk about. Just because I like saying hi. That's not what you said. I know it's not. Okay, fine. It's not what you said. You don't mind it. Okay. But I like saying hi. I like saying hi to people. And I like checking in on people. So there are some people I say good morning to, like, regularly, without really having anything to say. I guess some people I also give them an update on my workout. I also, ask them how they're doing. But, so I guess, I don't know what you want to talk about on this topic. Like, those are my thoughts on it. Do you feel bad if they often don't say it first? Oh, okay, here you go. That's an interesting topic. That's an interesting topic. So, no. I don't feel bad if they don't say it first. But part of the reason is that I'm up pretty early. And so I finish all of my stuff fairly early in the morning. Have I met anyone who did? Well, okay, so let me say some stuff. If I can understand where that's sort of coming from, this idea of being upset if someone doesn't say it to you first. From the perspective of if you... Here's what I think is happening in a situation like that. If someone is upset that someone doesn't say good morning to them first, or good night to them first, or whatever, I think that person probably has attachment issues. Sorry, but I think that's true. And that the person is anxious in their sort of attachment. And that they, in some sense, I think that that's sort of like testing the other person. That's how I read it, is that they're testing the other person and they want to see, like, do I actually mean as much to this person as they mean to me? And I think that's probably what they're doing. And so they may avoid saying good morning for a little while just to see if the other person will say it first. To see if the other person will, you know, as a test. That's how I read this situation. But what that person needs to realize is that not everyone expresses what someone means to them in the same way. So just because someone doesn't say good morning to you first doesn't mean that they're unimportant to you. Or doesn't mean that you're unimportant to them, I guess. However, yes, it might be true that you don't mean as much to that person as that person means to you, because a person with this sort of anxious attachment issues often tend to go like all in on this other person that they get attached to, and so they sort of like lose themselves in this other person, And it's just like this other person is their entire world, which is unhealthy. Yeah, that's my take on it. But I also, so Gemstar says, I also feel like they want to feel like they have and seek their attention. And I agree with that. I think it's a person, so I think in a situation like this, it is probably a person who has anxious attachment issues, and is like really just basically like obsessed with this other person, and they're testing that other person to see if that other person is as obsessed with them as they are, because they think that's what love is, when it's not. Or friendship, whatever. Love of any kind, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, what do you mean by, okay, could you clarify that a little bit more? I didn't necessarily mean faster. Let's say the other person goes days without saying anything. So who's going days without saying anything? Hey, someone tells me good morning today. Okay, someone tells a sloth good morning today. Okay, following so far. I respond and go on with, so a sloth responds and goes on with their day. Okay, okay. And the next day nothing happens, and so on. Right? But you already said it, people express things differently. Yes, yes, yes. Sometimes I felt a fear of hurting the other person, thinking they would have the expectation of me saying it daily, even if they don't greet me. And was wondering what other people's take on it was. I see. Well, it's possible. It is possible. It is possible that could hurt someone. But, like, if it does, they should get over it. I'm sorry. Like, to be so blunt. But that's... yeah. I feel like if they are getting upset, like, if someone is, like, very intentionally... and some people do this. Okay, well, let me read what you're gonna say first. I still do whatever I'm comfy with, so I don't say good morning to my fam first, even though they send it to me. I see. I guess so. Well, I mean, like... it's possible, and some people do that. Like, some people test others, like if they're close friends with them. So I know I say good morning to you a couple times a week, A-Sloth, or maybe once a week or something like that. And I am not testing you. Just so you know, I'm not testing you. But, no, so, you get that, yeah, that's fine. It depends on the person, right? So they might want to check in every once in a while and just like catch up with you every once in a while. But they also might, so it depends. Like, are they the type of person that like is obsessed with you? Like obsessed with your friendship or obsessed with the idea of being with you in some kind? Or are they just casual about your relationship? Whatever it is. I'm not saying it's like romantic or anything. Are they just casual about it? And just they check in every once in a while. The reason I asked is because I figured you would have a wise perspective on the subject, which I did. I see. Yeah, so let me give a shout out to Luca. Here we go. Good morning, Luca. I'm going to finish soon, but I wanted to do a little chatting. Before I finished because A-Sloth had something to talk about. But yeah, my perspective on that is it depends on the person, because there are people out there who would want to say like good morning or good night or whatever every single day. I do that with some people. But I mean, that's not the only thing. So that's the only thing they say to you. Well, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird, isn't it? If that's the only thing they say to you, shouldn't there be other conversation? And so I guess if they're not bringing other conversation into it, I don't know that my previous answer really makes sense. You know? Because if they're not saying anything else to you, yeah, I don't know, because it doesn't mean anything. What? Like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's something I don't understand, because I haven't experienced it. So let me read Gemstar's message first. For me, it depends on the level of relationship and what both parties talk about. Is it casual chatting, or is the goal to learn more about each other and it's not consistent with how they are engaging with someone? Yeah. Good morning. Oh, hey, good morning. Howdy. How are you doing? Good. Done. Yeah, that's awkward. That's really awkward, and I don't know what to make of that. Because, like, even the people even the people, yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Because, like, there are people I say hi to every morning, right? Like Gemstar, like Luca, like Dice too. Dice is another person I say hi to every morning. But we have conversations. Like, it's not just I'm not just saying like, hey, how are you? Good. Okay, done. Like, we talk about other things. We talk about other things, right? Like there's another person, like, I talk about his health with him because he's a person who has a lot of health problems, and like, I want to know how it's going, and he's just like, I'm having these health problems, but I'm trying to figure things out. It's just like, okay, cool. And like, but it's not just like, I'm good, done, or I'm bad, done. Okay, I never want to talk to you again until tomorrow when I ask the same thing. That is a weird thing to me, and I don't know what to make of that. I mean, that's true, Luca, but what Aceloth seems to be describing is just like, good morning, how are you doing? Good. Next day, good morning, how are you doing? Good. Next day, good morning, how are you doing? Good. So to me, it feels okay. Here are a couple possibilities. There are a couple possibilities. So it could be a person who wants to get to know you better but doesn't know how to do that. That is a possibility. Is that it's someone who wants to get to know you better, but doesn't really know how to do that, and so the only thing they can think of is asking you how you're doing, and then responding to that question, and then just not knowing how to push that conversation forward. I don't know if that's the case in a situation like this, but that's a possibility. What else? It could be. There's also the possibility of people get on this concept of like a streak. It feels weird to do this with relationships of any kind. Again, when I use the word relationship, I'm not talking about romantic here. Just any kind of relationship, which includes romantic, but not necessarily. But one of the things that I detest streaks. So like on Snapchat, right? You could have this streak that like, oh, you've snapped each other every single day for like 70 days in a row or whatever, right? And that's a streak, and you get the streak, and it maintains how many days in a row you've snapped each other. And there's watch streaks, yeah, right. Watch streaks are a little different though. I consider that a very different thing, because what I'm going to talk about with the snap streaks, is an experience I've had. So there was a guy I matched with on a dating app. And he wanted to talk on Snapchat, whatever. We would talk on Snapchat. That was the social media he was gonna use. And we were kind of chatting, and I was like, let's actually meet in person. How about we actually do that at some point? And he was like not wanting to do that, it seemed. He was trying to avoid that thing from happening. And so I got frustrated. And so I didn't really have anything to talk about. And it got to, like, we ran out of things to talk about because it was just in this weird state of just snapping each other every day. And it wasn't anything lewd or anything like that, which I know can happen on Snapchat, but this wasn't that. But it was just snapping at each other every day. And it just got to this point where he would just, like, send me a blank picture with, like, the word streak on it, just so that he could maintain his streak. And I was just like, no, I am not going to allow this streak to keep happening. But I feel like some people get into that mindset where it's just like, I have to maintain this streak. I'm just like, no. And so I do wonder if that's part of this, where someone is just like, gotta keep the streak alive. Yeah, gotta keep the streak alive. But for saying hi to you, that feels different though, because there is no reward for it. Like, there's no number that goes up in some document somewhere or on some registry somewhere, right? Like on Snapchat, you can see the number, or like on Twitch, you're in there. There's like, oh, I can post this thing that I'm on like a 10 stream streak or whatever. Although I think
bogus.
Crunch yourself, Magpie. Anyway, I think that this, yeah. So anyway, I don't think that it could be like that, where a person wants to have this weird sort of internal streak with you, but I think it's more along the lines of someone. Yeah, like what Luca's saying, kind of like how Xbox or PlayStation gamer score, achievement, snap score on Snapchat, whatever. It's weird, but people get obsessed with things like this. People like the numbers going up. Yeah, exactly, Magpie. People like the numbers and points going up. But with a conversation where the numbers don't go up, I don't know that that's what's happening, but it is something that came to my mind. So I know oh goodness, I just talk so much, don't I? But I think the more likely scenario is that it is either a person who wants to know you better and doesn't know how, or I guess it could be something kind of sinister, where they just want to trick you into liking them, or trick you into thinking that they're closer with you than you actually are, in a very superficial way that they don't realize doesn't work. I guess that's a possibility. People are weird. I don't know. Yeah, no idea. After much effort, taught the elders in my family to not spam the family group. Good day gifts, I see. Did you trick us? Oh. I mean, I don't know. Some people are weird and you'll never know. Only numbers going up that matter is Genshin damage numbers. I feel like salary numbers going up is a good thing. Or if you're a streamer, viewer numbers or subscription numbers, you know, those are good numbers. That doesn't matter, I see. It's interesting seeing different viewpoints. I don't know, but like, but there is something to watch out for, where if someone is trying to, if someone is kind of obsessed with you, they might not message you as a form of a test for you. But it doesn't sound like that's the case here. Although maybe it is, I don't know. Who knows? I'll do my crunches, and then we'll finish the stream. Luca, are you going salary numbers help Genshin? That's true. That's true, Tora. You can't get good you can't have your Genshin numbers go up without your salary numbers going up. At least not fast enough. You usually cut those people out very quickly. That's good. I feel like Aceloth, I feel like you're healthier at noticing things like that than I am. Anyway, let me do my crunches for Magpie. Alright. We'll do 30. I'll do 30. You're lucky, Magpie. Normally it's 20. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There we go. Ah. 30 crunches? Yeah. Why not? Oh, hello, Miss Annie. Let me give you a shout out. Oh, and hello, Boise. How are you doing, too? Tomorrow will be 40? No. Although, I do need to fix my core workout so that it's more intense. Because my core workout is getting too easy for me. Remember when you used to only do... Oh, I do 10 for push-ups. I do 10 for push-ups. It used to be 10 for push-ups, 20 for crunches. On stream, anyway. Okay. Well, you make sure you're strong enough to give Luca lots of hobbies. Oh, don't worry, Magpie. Do not worry about me not working out enough. You tell him, Luca. You tell Magpie that he doesn't need to worry about me not working out enough. I have come a long way, though. But, need to make sure... Oh, yeah. It is easy, you have to go up. If it's easy, you have to go up. Yeah, well, I want to include external weight. Well, I mean, Luca gets a workout update. Jem could also answer that. Jem gets a workout update. And so knows how much I work out. And I don't need to be doing anything else, although I will be doing more stuff soon. That is what I meant, yes. Anyway. Sometimes you sound so sussy, sir. I mean, sometimes I am sussy, and sometimes I'm not. Consistently daily, yes. See, Jem knows, consistently daily. Anyway, let's go raid. Let's go raid. Thank you all for joining me. I guess Saribot now tells everyone to have a good day and stay hydrated. Well, thanks, Saribot. Oh, I like that emote, Sloth. That's a nice emote. What's that? Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I will be back at the very latest on Saturday with more Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Congrats to Brox for getting first. Congrats to Jorah for getting second. I was doing some just chatting at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, Boise. But that's the way it be sometimes. Let's see here. Congrats to Jorah for being second. It's possible because I am, what's it called? Because things are gonna get a lot less busy starting in the middle of this week, it's possible that I might do something else some point. I don't know. Unfortunately, I think someone moved into the apartment beneath me, and so I don't think I can do, DDR Mario Mix anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna warp out of here. See you, everyone. Bye. Have a good day.